A year of chaos is what Shubman Gill mentioned at the toss ahead of the Edgbaston test. He was, of course, referring to something else, but chaos reflecting in India's 11 for the second test as they make three changes. Let's put that question to Varun Aaron on ESPN Cricinfo Matchday. Varun, thank you for your time. Let's start with the biggest one of them all. Jasprit Bumrah, the suspense is over. He didn't play the second test. Do you agree with that call given where the series is and given the 8-day gap between the two tests?
Yeah, you know what? I have a very different way to look at this. I don't think it's in anybody else's purview except Bumrah's and the team management's purview to see when he plays and when he doesn't play. The reason is he's had multiple stress fractures. He's had an operation. He's got a screw put in his back. So once you have that, look, I've had 8 stress fractures through my career already. Bumrah's had maybe 2 or 3 at best. The thing with stress fractures is you don't know when it can happen again. You have 3 types of injuries. You've got your muscle injuries, obviously. You've got your tendon and ligament injuries. And then you've got your bony injuries. Now, the thing with bony injuries is you never know when a bone is going to break. There's no signs. You might have a little soreness, a little stiffness, but unlike a muscle injury, for example, you know it's getting really stiff. You know something's about to give and you can stop. The thing with bony injuries and why a lot of teams in the world take a lot of care and caution with their fast bowlers when it comes to bony injuries is because there are no signs as to when a bowler is going to break down. The only signs you have is workloads. Now the thing with workloads is that's one aspect which everybody has to understand when we say workloads. A lot of people from the past generation say we bowled so much, bowlers bowled so much then. They're absolutely right. Bowlers actually bowled so much, so their workloads were always high. Where you actually have injuries, especially bony injuries, is when there's a spike in workload. The example of that is in the IPL, Bumrah would have bowled about 40 to 50 overs, match overs, in a span of 1 month. Yeah. All right. In one match of 5 days, he has bowled 45 overs. Yeah. All right. That just shows how unequal the workload is. Now, if he came into this match, and obviously Birmingham is a very flat track, we all know he's going to have to bend his back more, put in more overs. If he backed that up with another 45 over match again, and we all know how reliant on Bumrah we are, because we throw him the ball whenever we need a wicket, that would have been 90 overs in 2 weeks. Compare that to 45 overs in 1 month, 90 overs in 2 weeks. So that's a huge workload spike, which India cannot afford to do. There's a lot of sports science which has gone behind this, and Bumrah can't afford to do that. So I completely back Bumrah's decision and the team's decision not to play him here, build his workloads up so he can maybe play the next 3 for you. Because once he has his workload set, he feels more comfortable in his body, he can just play all games.
Point taken, but the words coming out from the team management in the lead up to the second test was that there is no trouble in terms of availability. He's ready, fit and available. And Shubman Gill has backed that up by saying at the toss that we felt there might be a bit more in the wicket at Lords. Is that a sense of reasoning that you agree with? Because you'd imagine if there's more in the wicket, that makes it perhaps easier for your lesser bowlers, no offense to them, to make an impact. And you need a Bumrah more when the wicket doesn't have that much for you.
I would actually disagree, because sometimes when the wicket has more in it, you require more control. If we just go by the very small sample size of the first match, except Bumrah and Siraj, I would say, I feel Siraj has been highly underrated in the first game. He bowled really well. There wasn't much control shown by the other bowlers. People have this notion that on a green top it's easier to bowl. It's not that easy to bowl. You have to bowl every ball on the right area. You aren't going to, because the ball's going to move a lot more, so the batsman is going to get beaten by a lot more. So Bumrah at Lords, I completely back that. Again, we don't know if Lords is going to be flat or it's going to seam around. I think Shubman has watched the World Test Championship final and gone like, okay, this is going to be a 3-day game.
Alright, so that is one of the 3 changes. The other 2 involve game time for Washington Sundar and Nitish Kumar Reddy at the expense of Sai Sudarshan and Shardul Thakur. But it also means no room for Kuldeep Yadav. Do you feel Kuldeep Yadav was more needed, especially in a test where you were already without Bumrah, the need for that attacking bowler?
Kuldeep Yadav's bowling was definitely more needed, but Washi's batting, I would say, was even more needed. Because if you go to see India in their last 17 innings, in 17 innings, 14 innings, their lower 5 have not even scored 100 runs. That's a huge number. India's middle order batting average over the last year has been 25. That is really not the best. I mean, I would say that's one of the worst. Only West Indies has a better batting, has a worse batting average than India. So India need to bolster their rank, especially down below where they're not getting runs for a long period of time. That's why this decision has been made. Again, Washi is not, it's not like a chalk and cheese difference between Washi and Kuldeep Yadav. Yes, Kuldeep Yadav is a really, really good bowler. He's got 4 fifers, 3 4-fers in a very short span. High quality bowler, but Washi also can deliver the goods and also give you a lot more batting. Where I think they've taken a bit too far is playing Nitish Kumar Reddy also, because when you have 3 fast bowlers and 2 really good spinners, anyway one of the bowlers are going to be under-bowled. And Nitish Kumar Reddy coming in, he's not going to be bowling that much, I would say, when you already have 5 full-time bowlers. Him and dropping Sai, and then if you play Sai again, he comes back under pressure. And again, they started off the series by saying we want everybody to be in their comfort zone, everybody to be happy. When you make 3 changes, no matter what you say, that does spark a little panic in the team's ranks.
Going back to that bit of having all these all-rounders. So now you have Jadeja, Washington Sundar, Nitish Kumar Reddy. That looks very good for a 6, 7, 8. But you will need the bowling, especially on flat pitches, as India found out in the first test. Washington Sundar was trusted with 37 overs in the 3 tests he played in Australia. Nitish Kumar Reddy, 44 overs in the 5 tests he played in Australia. It feels like, does it to you feel like a limited overs vision, which might actually end up limiting you as far as test match success goes?
Not with this team. See, the thing is, let's leave Australia out of the equation. Different wickets, different team altogether. But if you go by this game, you've got 5 really good bowlers, top-notch bowlers. You've got Jaddu, you've got Washi, and you've got 3 fast bowlers. Yes, you're missing Bumrah, but these 3 fast bowlers have earned a spot in the team. So you've got to believe in your 5 bowlers. Playing Nitish Kumar Reddy is again showing that maybe we have backup in case one of the bowlers are not in rhythm, in case one of the bowlers are going for too many runs or not getting wickets. I think 5 bowlers are good enough for you to win you a test game in England. I say, like I said before, Nitish Kumar Reddy might have been taking it a bit too far.
It's Sanjay Manjrekar in the preview to this game referred to this manner of selections as trusting what he calls illusionary all-rounders or notional all-rounders. I guess at the moment we can ask the questions. There'll be a few more answers to give by the end of this Edgbaston test. Varun, thank you for your time.
You're most welcome.